Hey, restaurant owners and operators, there is no amount of talent that can make up for bad coaching. That's right, there is no amount of talent that can make up for bad coaching. My name is Ryan Gromfin. I'm an author, speaker, chef, restaurateur, and founder of therestaurantboss.com, as well as clickbacon.com and scalemyrestaurant.com. There is no amount of talent that can make up for bad coaching. You may have a very talented staff. You may not have a very talented staff. You may have some people on your team who are fantastic and are not performing at their optimum level. And a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times this comes from bad coaching. You know, it's arguable that this year, a couple months ago in 2020, people will say that the 49ers should have won the Super Bowl. I'm not a huge football fan. It's hard for me to say. But I have a lot of friends who watch a lot of football and say the 49ers should have won the Super Bowl. It wasn't the talent on the field. It was poor coaching and poor decisions that led to them eventually not winning the game. The story I love to tell is about 3 or 4 years ago, I get a phone call from a prospective client, someone that needed my help. And he tells me that he had just opened up a restaurant and they were really struggling. He said his number one challenge was people. He was having a really hard time with his people, with his talent. This is understandable for a lot of you. That has been and will be your number one challenge going forward. I agree with that. What's very interesting is he went on to tell me that when he was building his restaurant, he's in the same center as a Chick-fil-A. And all of his staff, or most of his staff, were people that he hired away from Chick-fil-A, either full-time or part-time. Because when he was building his restaurant, he would eat at that Chick-fil-A all the time. And these people were amazing. They took great care of him. They cared about their jobs. They were great employees. And you might have already connected the dots here yourself, but I always find it interesting that he could sit there and tell me on the phone that the problems he was having was his staff. But when the staff worked at Chick-fil-A, they were great. But now that they work for him, they're coming in late. They're not doing their job. They're not taking care of guests right. They're not doing the things they're supposed to be doing when they're supposed to be doing it. And so I say again, no amount of talent can make up for bad coaching. So the first thing you need to do is assess, are you as good of a coach as you think you are? Are you even playing the role of a coach? Or are you just showing up to work and telling people what to do? That's not what a coach does. A coach develops people. A coach leads people. A coach teaches people how to be better. A coach sees the strength and sees the weaknesses in their people and pulls out those strengths. A coach makes their people better. A coach develops talent. So how do you know if you're being a good coach or if you're not a good enough coach for your team? Well, number one, there's no coach in the world that can't get better as a coach. That's the first step. Great coaches know that there's always better, that they could always be better, that they could always be doing a better job for their team. Great teachers are students first. Great coaches are always learning. So the first step is just admit that wherever you are on your journey as a coach, you have room to improve. If you've been doing this for 25 years, you have room to improve. If you've been doing this for never, you have a ton of room to improve. But no matter where you are in your journey as a coach, you have room to improve. Number two, study your successes and study your failures. You've had bad nights in the restaurant, you've had bad weeks and bad months, but you've also had great nights and great weeks and great months. Study those. What is there to learn? How did you show up as a leader differently on the good nights than the bad nights? How did your team react when you treated them differently? Number three, study other coaches' successes and failures. Read books, attend seminars. You could learn from football coaches. You can learn from piano coaches. You can learn from soccer coaches. You can learn from business coaches. So study other coaches and learn from their successes and their failures. Number 4, fail faster. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Try new things, but do it as fast as possible. Don't delay failure by sitting here doing a year of research. Just go fail. Make a mistake. Do it wrong, but learn from it. And then number 5, always be open and honest with yourself. Be open and honest about your successes and your failures. If you lie to yourself and tell you how great you are, it's not going to help anybody. So what I really want for you to take from this today is that no matter how much talent you have, no matter how much talent is hidden inside of your staff, without great coaching, that talent will never have a chance to shine. Without great coaching, there can be no talent. There can be no success, at least not the success at the levels that you desire and you deserve. I hope you enjoyed this week's video, and I look forward to bringing you another one just like this. Have a wonderful day. Are you struggling to grow your restaurant business? Are you failing to find the time to do all the things you need to do because you're stuck doing everybody else's jobs? This sucks. I know. I've been there. You're not alone. The difference between where you are now and where you want to be is a plan and some new tools. And that is why I created Scale. It's my newest course for restaurant owners who want to grow their businesses and build an extraordinary brand. Learn more at scalemyrestaurant.com. I hope you enjoyed this week's training video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, would you go ahead and smash the like button right up there so you can get notified every week when we release a new free training video. I've also gone ahead and put a couple of videos for you here and here that I think you're going to enjoy. Remember, systems create freedom. Freedom creates value, and value creates scale. Manage systems, develop people, and be awesome.